Thanks to Weather Factory for sponsoring this video. When I saw this game, I was curious at first. I thought, hey, I like Cultist, I like simulation. Maybe I can play it and make a little video on it. Like I did so many times. A simple, single video let's play. But as I realized later, it couldn't be done. The game was hard. And not hard in the sense that it was beating my ass, but rather hard in the sense that I had no idea what to do. I went close to 10 minutes trying to understand what they were trying to make me do while I was narrating the video. And let me tell you that it didn't work at all. The video was confused, boring, and annoying for the viewer and for me. So I scrapped it. It couldn't really be done, at least not by me trying to speak my second language while understanding the game, while trying to entertain you. I couldn't do it this way. That's why, right now, we're here. We're here to find, was that game fun? After I've played it for 2 hours and got my first ending, I want to talk about what's great, what's bad, and show you which one I got. The game, to start with the negative, is confusing. At first, you are not thrown immediately with a lot of stuff, but you're thrown into enough stuff so that you feel like you don't get what's happening. You feel lost. You don't know if it's important to read every line of dialogue. You don't know what does what and what is the little icon on every single stuff. You're simply confused. So you try to understand what's happening. You gain stuff and more and more and more, and you don't get it. And the more the game advances, the less you get it, because there are even a larger amount of stuff that's happening. No, like, we've been talking for less than 4 minutes, and the game has already thrown at me 4 different type of event, 6 different type of cards, and a mini concept that I can't really do anything about or do anything with. It's just confusing. And I thought that I would hate it. I hated it, in fact. I thought that it wasn't for me, it was taking too long, I can't really do it this way. But then I closed the video and I tried to do it another way. I tried to do it by myself, and I hit my head against the wall again and again and again, until at some point I understood vaguely what was happening. So let me tell you. The game is divided between cards and some place to put those cards. There are cards like reason or health that can be used to activate other cards or to be studied to gain more. There are cards like places where we can go and explore. There are cards like people that we can talk to or study or convert to our cause. And there are cards like emotions, like dread or enlightenment or stuff like that. You get the idea. Or passion. And those can be used to fuel or search of the unknown. There are a few events that happened randomly at time, like disease or affliction, and there are a few events that can be caused by your own action, like gaining notoriety can attract cops that will investigate us. But at the end of the day, you are making a cult and working toward one of many endings. And the one I got is, I would say, unhappy ending. My first character, the cultist, didn't really make it. He died of disease sometime after trying to make his own cult. He managed to get a few cultists with him, so it wasn't an immense loss. I used him to gain information. My second character was a cop that received the information on the cultist, and that's something great about this game. The system isn't simply you die, retry, know that you understand things more. It's a continuous story. Now that your cultist is dead, the man that take your document and study you will be the new character. And once that character died, maybe you will play his son, etc, etc. I did way better as a cop rather than a cultist, simply because as a cop I knew what I was supposed to do. As a cop, I wanted to stop other cult, and that's what I did. I stopped 2 different cults, and with that I managed to climb the rank of the police and live a happy life. That's called a minor ending. Probably because it's not an ending where I sell my soul to Cthulhu and try to take over the world with a new religion. I just lived an happy life away from the occult. And that satisfied me. That was an ending that I was happy with. But there are plenty of mechanics that are still unknown to me. What is the wood? A kind of place where we can go when we dream. What is enlightenment and different way to reach it? The pursuit of carnal pleasure or power or knowledge. What can we do with it? I don't know. But I think at the end of the day, it's the fun of it. It's the fun of knowing there are plenty of unknown. And I think it's also, what it's like to be a cultist in this game. You don't know what's happening. You don't know where the thing that you're purchasing or looking after will lead you. So you go into the unknown and try to find your way. And that's great. I think that's great. The game lets you be in the shoes of who you are playing at. And even though it's frustrating as all hell at first, it makes for a very interesting experience. I have never played anything like Cultist Simulator, and that's great. It's the first game of Weather Factory, and so I think it's interesting. It's interesting how unique they managed to make their first game. Right now, the game, if we start at 5, lose 1 point for the confusion early on and the frustration, and I think gain 3 for the interesting system, the vibe reminding me of a board game, and the satisfaction of discovering the game and the mechanics, and the continuity between game where you are constantly playing someone linked to your previous character. I think this game is a solid 7 out of 10, and if you are really passionate about this kind of game, you can play a lot with this game. I'm not passionate about this, so I won't. But I can recognize the virtue in it. If you hate confusion, this is like a tree for you, because you will be constantly asking yourself, why am I doing this? What is the point? Where am I going? And you'll never get an answer. You'll have to find an answer by yourself and be happy with it. If you like confusion, like discovering, like a kind of particular type of game, you'll be happy. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it well constructed. I kinda just rambled, I'll admit, but hey, my 4 lines of text carried me through this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see each other in the next one, and I wonder what I will be doing. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see each other next time.